Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 50 of my G Senjou no Maou, or the Devil on G String, Let's Read. Joining me, as always, is my co-reader Faith. Last episode had to be cut a little short because at the nice romantic stargazing date, things kinda went a little sideways. Shiratori got kidnapped, so did a teacher. Things went downhill from there. Police were called. And now we're on the route to Shiratori's ending. So, I hope you enjoy our little interlude with the series Tsundere, Shiratori, or Miss Swan. So, please enjoy. We should really leave this to the police. I strengthen my resolve and dial the number.
Asaya-san.
Usami seems to have something to say, but decided to give up and hold her tongue. Ellipses. Megalipses. Two agonizingly long rings met my ear before someone picked up.
Is your emergency a crime or an accident?
I think I somehow managed to describe the incident smoothly. The police mobilized quickly, once alerted to the situation. Dozens of patrol cars promptly surrounded the school. The police took over the situation, and we were no longer needed. They made the school's athletics grounds their base, set up a whole array of communication devices, and began negotiations immediately. Hashimoto had apparently been bluffing about killing the hostages, as he surrendered with very little resistance. The apparent commander of the police team was able to persuade him to stand down after no more than 2 or 3 phone calls. Thus, Miss Noriko and Shiratori were released, and the affair came to a close. In the end, I had made the right choice. Shiratori's white skin had transformed into a downright death pallor by the time she was ushered into a patrol car for an interview downtown. She looked to be still unable to fathom the tragedy which had just befallen her. Shock does that. She was trembling, like a small, terrified animal. I feel like I should have said something to her. Ellipses. Megalipses.
In the end, Kyosuke-kun made the right choice, Mizuha. Yeah, that dress is really cute. Daddy's negotiation was something to behold. I've still got a lot to learn if I'm going to live up to his name. He had the culprit entirely at a loss. Were you treated well, Mizuha? Yeah, I was fine.
Wait. Hey, can I go home yet?
No, you may not.
Is there a particular reason I have to be present for your little denouncement?
Please? I'll treat you to lunch.
No. Look, the case is absolutely closed. There is nothing else to say about it, is there? According to the news, Hashimoto's demand was to have his father released. However, the investigation is still ongoing. Thanks to the police speedy resolution of the conflict, Shiratori walked away unharmed. Except for maybe some PTSD. Nevertheless, she did take a 2-day break from school, hence the midday off-campus gathering. As for me, I was tricked into this little lunch meeting by Tokita.
Now, Mizuha, say thank you to Kyosuke-kun. Huh? Why? He saved you, didn't he? The police saved me.
She has a point. All I did was call them. There's no need for thanks. It'd probably just gross me out anyway. For some reason, Shiratori sulked at that.
Excuse me? Gross you out? Come now, Mizuha, the man's just a little twisted is all.
Just like you, Shiratori.
Though to a far greater degree.
Yeah, sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Who put the stick up her ass? Could she possibly be any more childish? Look, do you two have any business with me or not?
Of course. We wanted to thank you for helping us out. Isn't that so?
She adds to Mizuha, who ignores her as furiously as she does me. Alright, I accept your appreciation. I'm out of here.
1 second.
Ellipses.
Don't give me that glare. I want to buy you a CD.
A CD?
You know, that Wagner.
Oh? Have you finally reflected on your inappropriate behavior? Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. You did shatter my last copy after all.
I don't even care anymore.
Shirotori stood from her seat.
Well then, shall we go shopping?
Sure. What's so funny? It may have been a weekday afternoon, but Central Boulevard was crowded nonetheless. Wait, hold on a second. I have a stamp card from the CD shop I usually go to. Buy me something if you want, but you gotta use this.
Oh, what a cheapskate.
Yup, I'm one miserly bastard.
Don't act so proud about that.
There's something odd about all this. Shirotori looks at me as if I were a particularly offensive insect. Meanwhile, she says she wants to buy me a CD. Would she really do something so obviously disturbing to her sensibilities just because I dialed 911? Is there something else to this?
Yet again, you're quick to doubt people.
Out with it. You two are acting about as suspicious as they come.
You can't even trust people's goodwill.
Considering he didn't trust Tsubaki's goodwill...
Yeah, he's not gonna trust y'all.
Yeah.
He's especially not gonna trust Yuki.
Fine. I give up. Just hurry up and buy what you came to buy.
I'm starting to regret I ever offered.
Good for you.
Now, Mizuha.
Tokita suddenly panicked.
What, Nathan? You're going about this all wrong.
Hmm?
Explain. Just come here a second.
Tokita yanks Shirotori by the arm. Hey! They run off towards the corner of the street, leaving me behind. Hey! They ignore me. I try to listen in.
But...
Shirotori seemed to be pouting like a child.
Remember what I told you? You can't get angry over every little thing. Right. Good. Now smile. Smile. Alright. Like this. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Most definitely. You look like a proper heartbreaker now. Go get him, Misa.
What in God's name are they talking about? After a short moment, the two of them come back.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
A stiff smile was plastered on her face. What are you doing to this poor girl, Tokita?
Beg your pardon?
Tokita's lips curved into a cheesy smile. I can see what's going on here. You two are planning something, aren't you?
Not at all. Isn't that right, Mizuha?
Mizuha nodded like a robot.
May I walk beside you?
Sure, why not?
Well said, both of you.
What? This just crossed the line from absurdity to terror. I knew you were up to something!
We're not up to anything. And doubting one's warmth is the quickest way to end a friendship. Yeah. It's an awful feeling to lose your trust in someone.
Well, you're not exactly acting very trustworthy here. It's like they're begging for me to be suspicious of them. You really don't have any ulterior motives?
Of course not.
Tokita looks shady, even when she's telling the truth. I should ask Shiratori instead. Well?
How many times are you going to ask?
This is it. I won't ask again, I swear. Just look me in the eyes when you answer.
Huh? Look you in the eyes?
She plainly hesitated before I even asked.
Are you intending to convey your feelings, Kyosuke? Am I in the way?
Where the hell did you pull these ideas out of?
Convey your... You mean you love me?
No.
Are you trying to play with my expectations?
I'm not trying to play with anything. They're up to something, no matter how I look at it. As long as they're not trying to pull one over on me, it's no big deal. However, I can't help but feel that I'm somehow the target of this little charade.
We're getting nowhere here.
That's my line.
Look here, Mizuha. Are these clothes cute? Dreadfully cute, if you ask me. Oh, yeah, they're adorable.
You're into fashions like these, Shiratori? They didn't really seem to fit her persona, so I'm a bit taken aback. They were clothes more suited to a sultry, adult woman.
The clothes you wear tend to trim down your assets, Mizuha. You probably get more bang for your buck if you flaunt it a little.
Bang? What do you mean, bang, Tokita?
Her ability to attract the boy she likes, of course. Nae-san, you're so cute when you're angry. Oh, now, don't be like that.
Shiratori is once again yanked to a safe distance.
If you keep this up, you'll... Right. You gotta give a little of this, a little of that. Oh, I gotcha.
Seriously, if you're not going to buy me the CD, I've got no reason to be here.
Don't worry.
Shiratori smiles at me, in the most forced, cheesy manner imaginable. Are you girls brainstorming about ways to annoy me when you run off together?
I was just trying to get her to smile to relax the atmosphere.
Didn't work so well. Cut it out already.
I'm not doing anything.
It sure looks like you are.
What do you want me to do?
Shut up and buy me the CD. Then keep quiet until we say goodbye.
That's no fun.
Is this supposed to be fun?
Shopping should always be fun, shouldn't it? Or am I wrong?
Fine, I get it. You can talk. Just start walking. They've been standing still for too long now.
Well, now that we've resolved that little conflict, shall we?
She was the one that started that little conflict.
Let's go.
Thank you. And this one keeps throwing me strange looks. We pass the minutes of our trek to the CD store clamorously. The sun was now setting, yet I was still being dragged around by these two.
So, Kyosuke-kun, do you have any questions for Mizuha?
Not in particular. She's been like this the whole time.
I thought you said you were interested in her? No, I'm sure of it. You mentioned that the other day.
That was just a little recon for my revenge. Shiratori's scornful eyes threatened to bore holes in me as she walked alongside me. You like stars, right?
So?
Nothing. I just figured it was a pity we missed out last time.
I don't care. Ow!
What? I swear, Tokita just reached out for Shiratori's butt from her position behind us.
It's nothing. Right, Mizuha? Yeah. Right. It was a pity. So...
So...
Oh... Want to...
Want to... Tokita immediately spoke up after I finished.
She's asking if you want to go see the scars again.
Oh, so that's what the stuttering was about.
How about it?
Nah, can't be bothered.
Ne-san.
Shiratori looked up at her sister in a panic, clearly at a loss for what to do.
Listen now, Kyosuke-kun. Isn't that a bit cruel?
Not in the least. I have business to attend to. I don't have time to be playing around with you two.
Nuh-uh.
Her eyes were cold. I tilted my head. What do you want, anyway? I'm sure it's money they're after. I'm a born miser. You won't be able to squeeze anything out of this rock.
Are you talking about money?
Money, stuff, time, anything.
What about love?
Love?
Yes, love.
That's disgusting. I don't recall ever being in love.
Then what about a scream? Will I get a scream out of you if I squeeze you hard enough?
Most likely, yeah.
Alright then.
Alright then, my ass. I'm not gonna sit by and let you hit me. Freaking psycho. Look, I'm out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it this time? Give me a break. If you've got business with me, leave it for tomorrow.
Tell me.
Huh?
Tell me your
She started out clear enough, but
cell phone number.
she mumbled the rest of her sentence. Why?
Oopsies.
Why is she going all silent?
If something like what happened the other day happens again, I might need it.
Meaning the hostage case? You're not going to prank call me at midnight asking for money, are you?
Of course not.
Well, alright. Unlike Usami, Shiratori doesn't seem to be the type to call without a good reason. With an exhausted expression, she hands her phone to me. That's quite the cutesy phone you have, considering your perpetually grave expression. There were Bering squirrel phone straps on it. We finished exchanging numbers, and I waved goodbye. Later.
Yeah. See you tomorrow at school.
Tokita had a strange grin on her face.
Bye.
Shiratori grew sullen once more. I don't know what this is about, but I'm positive now they're trying to trick me somehow. I'd better watch my back. I return home and pass the time doing work for Gonzo. I hang up after finishing a call with the Azai Corporation, then casually look at my cell phone. I'd apparently missed quite a few calls. Come to think of it, I remember having to ignore a few calls during the last conversation. They were all from Shiratori. If I had known she would call me so soon, I wouldn't have given her the number. In any case, I'd better call her back. She answered before it even had the chance to ring twice. Hello? No response. She refused to make any sound beside faint rhythmic breathing. Look, why'd you call me?
Ellipses.
Hey!
Oh, are you okay for time right now?
I wouldn't have called you back if I wasn't.
I guess.
She coughed.
I want to talk to you about something tomorrow. Do you have the time?
Is it just me, or does she sound like she's reading from a script?
How does after school sound? If you decide to shake off this engagement, you're free to do so, but I can guarantee you'll surely regret it. Why, you may ask? Because our conversation tomorrow would be the turning point of your life. Wait, what?
That's what I want to ask. Shrill laughs echoed from the other end of the line. After school?
Yeah, I guess.
As long as we can make it quick, it shouldn't be a problem. No, this has to be a trap. Look, just tell me now, what are you calling about?
Ellipses.
Hey, don't go all silent on me.
Just wait a second.
Alright. There was a rustling sound. After a moment, she spoke again without intonation.
I want to speak to you in person.
Oh? Is she going to ask me to lend her money?
Well?
I'll give you 15 minutes. But if it's about money, I'll tell you right now, you better ask someone else.
It's not about money. Why are you always like that?
Shiratori finally returned to her typical ill temper. That made me feel a little more at ease. Always? I laughed. What do you think you know about me? And what do you mean, always? You think you can just see right through me, or something?
I do. I've always been watching you.
Huh? The call suddenly cut off. Did her signal drop? She doesn't call back. It's somewhat upsetting to just leave it at that, but I feel like I'd lose something if I gave in and called her back. Still, what was she saying at the end there? Well, whatever. Tomorrow, huh? I tumble into bed and close my eyes. Despite having just experienced an affair as monstrous as a hostage crisis, my days have once again become utterly peaceful. For some reason, Shiratori's face lingers in my mind. She's been a little strange ever since Tokita came into town. They really do act like sisters, though I suppose they have different mothers or something. In any case, they get on well together. Fleeting memories of my family painted my consciousness as my mind drifted into the darkness. However, like a shooting star, those old memories soon left me in the hands of the warm abyss of sleep. Morning had arrived before I knew it. The frigid fresh air did nothing to abate the heat sparked by the crowd loitering around the school gate. Journalists and reporters bared their fangs at each commuting student, trying desperately to milk the recent hostage crisis for all it's worth. Cut it out already! How's a guy like me supposed to avoid attention with all this racket? Well, to be honest, I was all like, come and get a piece of this! Some shrimp had grabbed a microphone and a horde of cameras converged on him. Honestly, I think I could have settled the thing without the help of the police. He's shooting off his mouth again. Yo, Shiratori! I showed up early today, but Shiratori was already in the classroom. She was watering the flowers at the windowsill again. How did you, of all people, escape the cameras?
I arrived before the media.
Well, be careful. You were the hostage, and what with your father being bashed left and right, they're probably out to nail you too.
Beg your pardon? Are you worried about me?
No, I'm just saying what anyone would say in this situation. I suddenly remember the call yesterday. Today after school, right?
Yeah.
Shiratori suddenly lost her composure. Why'd you hang up on me anyway? I can't figure you out.
We'll talk after school.
After school, huh? What exactly is happening after school, anyway?
Oopsies.
You trying to call me out and fight with me behind the gym? Looking to thrash me good?
Pardon?
She frowned angrily. I'm kidding. I'll be there. I'll make sure I don't forget like usual.
I hate jokes like that.
Why can't you just talk to me now, though?
That would obviously be inappropriate.
The only one this is obvious to is you.
Look, you'll find out after school.
Dragging out the subject seems to make her pretty antsy. What could she possibly want to talk to me about? Anyway, we can meet up at 9 o'clock.
That's too late.
I don't know. I'd say that's pretty solidly after school.
After school means like, you know...
Are you honestly about to tell me 9 o'clock isn't after school?
I got nothing.
What? Shiratori raised her voice at me as her face went red.
Look, that's way too late. Use your head for a second. 9 p.m. is utterly ridiculous. Stop teasing me with such banter.
Alright, 2 p.m. then.
That's too early.
Oh, come on. You gotta live on the edge. Sneaking out a little early should spice things up a bit.
That's not on the edge, it's over it. That literally fails to fall under after school.
Delinquents use afternoon and after school interchangeably. Material equivalents.
I'm an honor student.
I don't think one really identifies oneself as such.
Let's stick to the end of classes. You know, like normal people.
What if I come down with a sudden illness and have to leave school early?
Why would you even consider that case?
She frowns again.
Are you trying to avoid me or something?
It's nothing like that.
If you don't want to hear me out, just say so.
That sad, angry face of yours tells me that would be a bad idea. Has this girl always been so expressive? I'll be there. Don't worry.
Very well. You'd better come.
She passed by me as if running away. But she didn't actually go anywhere. She just escaped me to loiter around in the corner of the classroom. Our classmates trickle in, yet not one of them talked to Shiratori. I guess they must believe the fault for the incident lies with Shiratori's father rather than Hashimoto. Well, I suppose she's used to the isolation by now. Yo, Kyosuke! Morning! Done with your interview? Of course! I'm a celeb now, bro! Getting a little carried away, aren't we? Anyway, get this! Sure, what? I held out my right hand. What's with the hand? 100 yen. Lucky! What'd I do to deserve this? Nothing. Why the hell would I give you 100 yen? What? Then what the heck are you talking about? I'll listen to you if you give me 100 yen. What? These days, you have to pay to get your word out. Know what I mean? This is the first I've bloody heard of it. Try talking to a lawyer for an hour on your way home today. They cost a shitload more than 100 yen. That's because it's their job. How's that any different from me listening to you? What the fuck are you pulling this out of? Explain from the beginning. Tuition at Azai University costs $1,000 per lecture. That all right with you? I'm so happy to have such a great friend. Don't be too merry now. Whatever. I give the fuck up, bro. I'm just kidding, dude. Let's hear it. I'll listen. It's not something you should listen to just to appease me. It's really funny in its own right. Oh, never mind then. Bite the hook, you son of a bitch! Just sounds like a scam to me. I realized something after I got home yesterday. So he started talking after all. Hey, are you listening? Totally. You're not planning on pulling I waited for class to end as I listened to Aichi in your inner monologue, then skipping past the whole scene, are you? Of course not. Relax. Just tell me. Alright. Well, like I said, I realized... I waited for class to end as I pretended to listen to Aichi. Around 20 minutes in...
Sorry I'm late.
Tokita entered the classroom, looking sick to her stomach. She was about to get shouted at by the teacher.
I sincerely apologize. My bed tends to stalk me a bit during the winter months. Sometimes it takes a good while to persuade it to let me go.
Her mouth seemed to be feeling fine at least.
Oopsies.
She stopped in front of my seat and smiled at me. Gah, I have a bad feeling about this. Lunchtime rolled around. Hey, Ichi, let's go get something to eat. I can't. Yuki-sama wanted to talk to me. Tokita? Well, alright. I'll invite Tsubaki, I guess. Nah, she seems busy. Kennon's out of the country. Usami is sleeping. What about Shiratori? Just as I thought that, my eyes met with hers.
Oopsies.
Ellipses. We were caught in a Mexican standoff. Before long, my opponent yielded and walked away dejectedly. I couldn't shake my curiosity about what awaited me at the end of school. As I idly wandered about it for the umpteenth time today, the last class came to an end. Shiratori! I called out to her from behind. Shiratori looked around restlessly, as if she was worried about what our classmates might be thinking.
Follow me.
She walked out of the classroom. I trod along behind her. Is this something you really have to hide from people? I try to talk to Shiratori as I blindly follow her.
Being seen with me would cause you trouble.
She casts her eyes down, and a black shadow quickly fell over her expression. More than a few of our classmates sympathized with Hashimoto. Shiratori might feel like she has no place here anymore. I decided to give up the conversation, and silently followed her. The rooftop was perfectly empty. Shiratori turned around to meet my gaze. Now talk. 5 minutes. Did she suddenly get cold feet? Ellipses. She was paying a lot of attention to the railing behind her. There was nothing there, and only the wide orange sky beyond it. Shiratori moved to the edge of the rooftop.
Suspension bridge effect. Suspension bridge effect.
She was muttering some kind of charm. This is suspicious.
Valentine's Day is coming up, you know?
Yeah. Where'd that come from?
Well, what do you think of when you hear Valentine's Day?
I think of thinking nothing. Oops, that jab just kinda slipped out.
Remember 2 years ago?
Valentine's Day? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Nothing jumps out at me. I can barely remember what happened in school yesterday, let alone years ago. School just isn't a priority. Shiratori sighed.
Is your forgetfulness some symptom of a greater illness?
I don't know. I've always been like this. I suddenly thought of Dr. Akimoto.
I believe someone gave you chocolates.
2 years ago, you mean? I haven't got the foggiest idea. I act cheery in school, and I get along well with my classmates, so it wouldn't be all that surprising. I don't remember it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
It did.
What about it? Is this what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
She goes sour again.
You threw them away. Straight into a rubbish bin.
She said that with anger, then began to slip. Shiratori, her uniform fluttering in the wind, fell toward the railing. Ellipses? No, it looked like she was falling.
What? I'm falling!
She had just bent backwards a little. It looked more like she was stretching her back than tipping over the edge.
Save me!
Look, you're not falling.
But yes, I am.
Her scream didn't hold any convincing desperation.
Wah!
What?
But the wind. The wind is sweeping me away.
You could barely even call this a breeze.
A typhoon! A typhoon is coming!
Ellipses. Am I being made fun of? Still, it didn't seem like the conversation would progress if I didn't grab her arm. So I did.
You saved me.
Ellipses.
Thanks. I was about to fall to my death.
Ellipses.
Now, let's continue our chat.
Ellipses. It seems she realized my faces died in anger.
What's with you?
No, what's with you? If she were Aichi, I probably would have just pushed her off. I suddenly turned around and saw a woman ducking back into the rooftops entrance. I couldn't help but think she had intended us to hear her.
Anyway, you just up and threw away the chocolates you received.
Huh? Oh, did I? So...
That's cruel, don't you think?
Well, yeah, that sounds terrible. What kind of jerk would toss a gift from a girl into a trash can? Oh, right. She's saying I did it. Who gave them to me, anyway? Shiratori hung her head as her shoulders trembled. Ah, what? Hold on here. I couldn't keep my calm. No way. No way!
I did
Gah!
not.
You did not?
Actually,
She groaned a few times and gritted her teeth.
I did not, idiot!
She suddenly ran off.
Good lord, what is she doing?
I heard Tokida's voice over Shiratori's noisy footsteps. Before long, I had been left all alone. Then, Eiichi unexpectedly appeared. Yo, Kyosuke! Shiratori is a good girl! Huh? Shiratori is a good girl! He repeated himself with a face like a puppet. Why, thank you, Mr. NPC. Really? Seriously? She is! Since when did you start singing Shiratori's praises? Since Yuki-sama, shit happens. It was the first thing you said when you came up here. That twerp Tokita trained you hard, didn't she? I can't pull one over on you, can I? You got me. Yuki-sama threatened me into doing this. Doing what? She told me to talk up Shiratori in front of you. To talk her up? Sorry, Kyosuke. I don't know what came over me. I couldn't care less about Shiratori. You're going to die a painful, bloody death if you don't do something about that opportunism of yours. Nevertheless, I somehow understood. It seems Shiratori gave me chocolates, which I then tossed into a trash can. Is that why she hated me so much? But hold on a minute. She gave me chocolates. And judging by her attitude, they couldn't have been just pity candy. That means... Whoa, what a twist! So, what's the plan, Kyosuke? You still haven't finished getting your revenge on Shiratori, right? How about you rape her? Rape, huh? No, wait. She gave me those chocolates 2 years ago. Thus, Shiratori's feelings towards me are 2 years old. That doesn't necessarily mean they continued into the present. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. The girl just called me out to complain to me. That's all. There was no reason for Shiratori to fall for me in the first place. Let's just keep a good eye on her for now. Alright, leave it to me. Don't go double-crossing me again. Never, I swear to God. He's gonna do it again.